Hey guys, I know it's been a while. I have pink hair and I'm sick. Plus I'm not wearing makeup, but I figured I'd make a video for you guys today. Okay guys, so I know Warped Tour is a long way away, but it's never too soon to be starting to think about it. Today I want to give you guys some tips. These tips can be helpful whether you've been to Warped Tour before or whether you haven't. Probably more helpful if you've never been to Warped Tour before. Last year was my first year at Warped Tour, so I have some experience. First thing, water. Any kind of drink there is expensive because they want to make money off of you. So if you bring your own water, which I highly recommend to bring your own water, it has to have a closed top, or at least the venue I went to has to have a closed top because they check it and make sure that it's closed. That way you're not bringing in any sort of like weird drinks. Sunscreen. Okay, you need sunscreen. Okay, I don't care who you are, whether you tan easily, wear sunscreen. When I went last year, it was like 100 degrees. It was so hot. I was wearing these tights, and so when I got burned, they left circular marks on the back of my leg, and literally it stayed forever because I am pale. Pens. Bring pens. Just because they have meet and greets and they usually have pens on them doesn't mean that you're not going to meet somebody else and they aren't going to have a pen on them. The worst thing that can happen is you meet somebody and you don't have a pen for them to sign with. So bring pens. Don't worry about your hair and makeup. Like, it gets messed up so easily. I went and saw Blood on the Dance Floor during Warped Tour and they had a foam machine. I tell you, my hair got so curly and my makeup was just running. It gets crazy. Plus you're sweating and jumping around and people are hitting you. You're gonna get your makeup smudged, you're gonna get your hair messed up. So I recommend just not even worrying about it. And if you do worry about it, bring makeup remover and different types of makeup with you. That way you can remove it if it runs and then reapply. But also the bathrooms are like really crowded there because there's so many people. So I wouldn't count on that. Camera. Now, I didn't bring a camera. I brought my cell phone, but I wouldn't recommend that because most likely your cell phone's gonna run out of battery really quickly. And plus, I just would recommend just having a camera. I made the mistakes of only bringing my phone, and then I had to dig through my backpack to get all this stuff. Just bring a camera. Backpack. Bring a backpack. You can keep all your stuff in there. It's really easy to carry around. You're not gonna lose it. Bring extra money. If you just bring your ticket, you're gonna be screwed. I spent $5 on getting to the front of the line because we got there like at the time it says to get there because we're not smart. You're supposed to go early. We got there at the time it said to get there, so there was a huge like mile-long line wrapping around the place. We spent $5 and got to jump the line. So bring extra money. Also, it costs like $2 to get a schedule to see what bands are playing and where. And then, of course, if you didn't bring your own water or you just want a different kind of drink, think about like sodas and stuff, that costs money too. Also, merch. I didn't have enough money to get any merch, and I kind of was disappointed because they have like special Warped Tour merch. Bring money. Go see the bands early. Okay, so there'll be another band ending that isn't as popular as the one that's about to come up that you really want to see. Go watch the ending of that one, and then that way you'll be able to get closer to the stage and closer to the band. So go watch the ending, and then you'll get closer. Make a plan. Okay, make a plan beforehand. When you get the schedule, make a plan of which bands you want to see at what times. That way you know exactly where you want to be at what time a little bit before. It'd be even better if you brought a highlighter and highlighted which bands that you really wanted to see. It's a lot easier, trust me. That's what I did. Have a place to relax. So in between bands, there's always time when you're really worn out. You need a place to relax because you don't want to be like super exhausted to the point where you like faint or something. Most likely there's going to be a stage that isn't very popular, and also the place that I went to, they had like a stage with like seats. It's not very popular. There's like 1 million seats, and it's really shady, and of course it was really hot, so we'd go sit there while we waited for the next band to come on. That's very smart thing to do. Get plenty of sleep the night before. I can't stress this enough, okay? If you go to Warped Tour and you're already super tired and you're jumping around and getting all hyper, you're gonna get wiped out, like seriously. You're gonna be like really weak the next day. So get sleep beforehand. Don't go in the pit if you're not ready to get crazy. I went to a concert one time and I decided that I wanted to be in the pit, and somebody pushed somebody and everyone fell on top of me, and I was at the bottom. So there was one person underneath me, but I was at the bottom, and he had to push me up on my butt, and I was like screaming because I was like, everyone was on top of me crushing me. So if you're not ready to get crazy and get punched in the face, don't go in the pit unless there's somebody to protect you with you. And that brings me to another thing: help people who fall down. If they fall down, don't leave them at the bottom and crush them. That's a stupid idea, okay? Help them up. If you decide to wear like pants and like a long shirt to Warped Tour, you're gonna need to bring extra clothes because it gets really hot. Like, I don't even care if it's cold outside. If you're jumping around and like getting crazy because the bands are on, which I know you will be doing, you need to bring extra clothes that are, but like at least like a t-shirt and shorts. Get into the bands. Boring people are like ridiculous. They like, everyone's jumping around them and they're just standing there awkwardly like looking around. Like, get all excited, dude. Even if you don't know the band, like, they rock. So jump up and down and like freak out. Now, if you're going with people, you might want to have like the same interest in bands as them, so that way you guys both don't want to go to different bands. Okay, so you're not the only one wanting to meet the band in the meet and greets, okay? So don't try to cut the line. Don't think that you're better than everyone and try to go to the very front of the line to get your whatever you want signed. Wait in line like everyone else has to, okay? Because if you cut the line, then everyone's gonna be waiting even longer than what they anticipated. So wait your turn. Okay, so a lot of people are like, have a cell phone, that way you can call people so that you guys can meet up somewhere. No, it is so loud, okay? Like, I have an experience with this. My brother decided to come to Warped Tour, and we didn't know he was coming, and so we were already at Warped Tour, so we were like trying to meet up with him, but I couldn't hear a word he was saying. It doesn't matter if they're seeing a concert at the moment. Anywhere you go in the venue is loud. You're not going to be able to hear them. Make sure to take a shower the night before. Bring deodorant, wear a lot of deodorant because you are sweating. There are so many people around you, you're freaking out at the bands, you're gonna be sweating like a whole bunch, so come prepared. Shoes, don't wear something stupid like sandals or flip-flops because you're gonna get your toes crushed. I know I wore Converse and they were fine. Don't wear high heels. What are you gonna do with freaking high heels, jumping up and down, trying to walk around, like, and look at all these different bands? No, that's stupid. Wear appropriate shoes. Make sure that you have a separate ride home. My mom and my stepdad took me to Warped Tour. My mom got a really bad sunburn on her face, and we had to leave early. I missed Sleeping with Sirens. I missed Pierce the Veil. I missed Falling in Reverse. I missed Breathe Carolina. I missed so many bands that I wanted to see. So make sure that if you only have one ride home, that they're gonna stay with you the whole time. Don't bring a purse. I am sorry if you think that everyone out there is truth-telling people and they're not gonna steal anything from you, but that's just not true. Don't bring a purse. It might get stolen. It's easier to bring a backpack. Just don't do it. These are my tips for Warped Tour. I'll see you at the next one.